Good afternoon, Sagittarius. My name is Barda from Intuitive Tarot Readings by Barda. I am getting ready to do, today is going to be your reading for what's going on around Valentine's Day weekend 2020 and how's it going to affect you in 2020. I will tell everything that everything that I get from it. For the YouTube watchers, this is actually being broadcast live on Facebook first, and then I will put it up on YouTube. I thought it might be a little bit more fun. I was able to interact, and many people on YouTube, until there's a certain amount of subscribers, you cannot interact. But once the subscribers, I get enough subscribers, then I'll be switching completely over to YouTube, and then we'll continue monthly, and we'll just see how it goes from there. I also have the site Lolita's Lovely Ladies. That is the fastest way to get a hold of me. So if you're wanting a reading, whether it's just a half an hour reading, or if you would like to have a specific month or your general year, not general, a year, the whole year just for you, just entailed for you, then contact me through there, and then I will get back to you as soon as possible. All right, let's go ahead and begin this. Sagittarius. And also another thing you guys should know too is when I get to go and read in here, you'll see all these cards sitting around. There's tons of them. But I am an intuitive tarot reader, so I go where I feel like I'm drawn. My guides draw me to. So I might have all these decks here, but as I'm reading, I'll feel, and sometimes I'll hear, you know, you need to go to this one, or you need to switch. So there'll be tons of decks, and sometimes I'll have up to 27 decks sitting around right in front of me. And depending on if it's just for one group of Sagittarius or whatever zodiac sign I'm doing for, I will change it up and I will move, like I'll do one group reading for Sagittarius, and if it shows me that there is a message for another group of Sagittarius, because as we all know, there are thousands and thousands of each zodiac sign. There's a lot of them. But each one, these messages are just a general reading. They are going out for those who take, and right now they're needing to hear this message. If this does not resonate with you, any of the messages that I'm going to be presenting today, if it doesn't resonate with you this time, and you only see half of it and you're like, oh, well, that's kind of me, just take what you can and leave the rest. I'm going to be putting up, like I said, the March 2020. And when I do that, then perhaps if it doesn't resonate with you this time, go ahead and watch next time and see if it resonates with you. All right, let's begin. I want to focus in on Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Which cards do I want to draw for Sagittarius? Please tell me. What area? Okay, we're going to start with the Astral House again. I love these cards. This is the tea leaf cards. Everybody is going to be like, oh, I hear that all the time. Yes, I love these cards. The Astral House gives me an idea of what area in your life that this reading is going to be about. And like I said, sometimes when I'm reading, it could be about marriage, success, career, love, wealth, happiness. I will shuffle these and I will pull one, or if I feel like I'm compelled to pull more, I shall. Also, with this, as I'm reading, you will see that sometimes I will switch and I'll be like, well, that doesn't really make much sense to me. I'm not sure yet. Sometimes what's happening is either one reading, I'll get two separate situations that's happening with one person, and then it will join together. Or I have one group of Sagittarius that needs to hear this message, another Sagittarius that another group of Sagittarius here that need to hear this message. Like with Scorpio, there was 3 individual Scorpio groups that needed to hear that. And some of them, they told me that, hey, that's all going on in my life. Great. Again, take what you can and leave the rest. What area for the, and I want to say first, so I have a feeling this is going to be an extended read for more than one group of Sagittarius, or it's going to blend in together, 2 different situations. Show me which area, Sagittarius, for Sagittarius, what is going on around Valentine's Day weekend 2020. What are they going to be focusing in, and how is it going to affect their 2020? Please show me. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Draw. We've got love. And I feel like I'm supposed to draw another one. And that is appropriate for Valentine's Day. And whichever way it goes, it's still appropriate. Let's see, Sagittarius. What other astral house is Sagittarius focusing on, or groups of Sagittarius? Pull under. Wealth. Okay. So I feel like I'm supposed to stop right there. So you got the cards love and you've got wealth. I'm going to pull this just a little bit to see if maybe you guys can see a little bit. Sorry, it's on my phone. There. Maybe you guys can see a little bit better. All right, so it's surrounding love and wealth. And this is for Sagittarius. I felt like pulling a new deck out just for Sagittarius. And I feel drawn to take and come from that one now. Love and wealth. So how is this going to be affecting Sagittarius? Valentine's weekend, Valentine's Day weekend, 2020 and into 2020. Show me. Show me. Show me. Switch. We're not there yet. We are going to be using those though. Okay. Sagittarius. What is going on around Sagittarius? Show me. All right. This seems like a very scary card. I instantly got the death card. That does not necessarily mean that it's actual death. It could be. It's an end to something as well. It could also be an end to something. Also, many people who watch me as well, I don't always pull out the signs, but I'm hearing Scorpio on this one as well. This is a Scorpio card. So, again, as I'm reading, pull out what attains to you and then just go from there and you can kind of piece it together. So we've got the death card. I want to find out a little, and you know what? For some reason, I instantly stuck it under the love. Perhaps there is a love ending, or perhaps there is a love that is no longer there. Not sure yet. Let's pull some more cards. Sagittarius. 2 cards fell. King of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. This is almost seeming like a love situation that is either ended or is going to be ending soon. Or this person is no longer there. But I see with the 2 of Pentacles, it's some kind of juggling situation. So I can read this many different ways. I'm going to pull a couple more cards before I tell you what I feel off of this, because I'm seeing about 3 situations right now that it could possibly be. Okay? Well, actually, I'll just go ahead and tell you what I'm seeing right now. And then we'll pull more cards, and then it'll be directed towards the group that, out of the 3 subjects, it'll be directed towards them. Okay, so what I'm seeing, I've got the death card, and I've got the love, and I've got the wealth. So whatever it is, intuitively, this is how it affects in my brain here. What I'm hearing is, I see love and wealth. The first situation is love and wealth. Whatever's going on here, and I'm seeing the death card, the King of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles. And for some reason, I did pull out the Scorpio out of the death card because that is Scorpio's card. And for some reason, I did feel like saying Scorpio. What I'm getting from that is there's a possibility. First possibility is this end of this love is affecting wealth. And it has surrounded around a actual person, the King of Pentacles, on the dark-haired spectrum. Or it's a certain personality. The King of Pentacles is a certain personality. This person, he usually has himself together. Very, very well pulled together. But you see, he's the one that kind of reigns over finances. You know, he brings in the money. He's a very skilled person. All right, and I'm not going to pull out a bunch of signs out of this one. I'm not feeling to. This is surrounding a person, a man. I see the 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles, instantly, whenever you see, and you go to a circus, you see a juggler juggling, and they are just flipping stuff back and forth, back and forth. This is what I feel. Whatever situation has happened here, whether it's a literal death, or it is an end of a relationship, and mind you, this may not have happened yet. It may be coming up, but it's something that is either in the back of your mind or going to be presenting itself around Valentine's Day weekend. We've got the juggler here. So, and I'm going to point this out too. Do you see not just the pentacles? Do you see the 8? The infinity sign? It just keeps going and going. And this could be also a situation where you're actually thinking about ending a relationship because It's the same thing over and over. It just doesn't, nothing changes. It's just constantly juggling, and there's no real rest from it. So there's many ways this can be read, and I'm going to pull a couple more cards so we can kind of figure out what this is. And this could be directed towards just wealth, you know, juggling and just feeling like, you know, it's coming to an end. You're kind of being beat up. And do you see that you've got the Pope, or what I would call the Hierophant down here? You've got the children, and you've got the woman. That could also represent somebody who just feels like they're beating themselves up over and over, trying to make ends meet with their wealth. And it is affecting their love life. Okay? So let's find out exactly what this read is about. Switch. Show me what Sagittarius needs to know. Please give me more information about this so I can pass the messages on from my guides onto Sagittarius. All right. And many people who have gotten readings from me, when cards flip out, a lot of times I will take them because I feel that is guides who are flipping those out. And I had just got through asking to kind of basically break it down and show me what the Sagittarius needed to know, this group. And I find that in a lot of my readings, they'll just flip out as soon as I say something like that and I ask my guides. I do believe it is help from the guides. All right, so I've got the Four of Cups, and I feel like putting that underneath the Death card. I got the High Priestess. I got the Two of Swords. And I got the Work card. All right, guys, I am seeing two different situations here. I think this is going to be two different reads for two different separate groups of Sagittarius. One is going to be nothing but wealth. It's going to be about your business. And it does affect your family. I mean, it really does. And how do I know that is by the Death card. That's what I'm going to pull out of that one right there. These strike me as family. Okay, so let's see. Which one? And I will read these just a second. I want to figure out which ones I need to start with. Because I feel somebody is listening right now. I can't see my screen. Yes, definitely. Okay, so this right here is not so much for this whole read. What this was just confirming to me it's a hand in need of help, assistance, and guidance. So there is somebody on here right now that is wanting a certain answer, whether it's through wealth or through love. Okay. And I'm going to, and normally I don't do this, but I'm going to pinpoint that one person and see if I can pick up on it, okay? The one person that needs the guidance right now. Show me. I got the torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So somebody is trying to understand this situation. And as soon as I see the torch, this is somebody who's not, they don't easily give up. They don't. With Sagittarius having Temperance as their major card for the tarot deck, that is very appropriate. No matter what's going on, you guys have always got, you kind of just hang in there. You do. There's not a lot of giving up. If you give up, there's got to be a really good reason. All right, so I'm still lost on this. I don't know why I'm lost, because usually I'm not lost. Maybe perhaps this person is feeling lost and confused. Okay, I need to focus. Okay. All right, so this is definitely about family. This has to do, and we're still down kind of to the, and for some reason I felt like putting it next to the wealth. I think, the way I'm going to read this is how I'm seeing it. This is not just entailing wealth and love. It's entailing both, and it's affecting the family life. It will affect the family life. I feel the Sagittarius has taken, and this Sagittarius could very possibly be a man on the dark-haired spectrum. Now, for the one watching that I got the information from, I do believe there's going to be several reads on this, not just one group of Sagittarius. So if I'm not getting to it right now, I've got to pull each and every one out, and then as it comes, then I'll talk to you about it. Okay. So anyway, this one's more directed towards, and I'm going to say this is a literal man. King of Pentacles. This is one who presents himself, no matter what, no matter how he feels. He's got it all together. He is materialistically inclined. But I don't think it's to a detriment. You know, I don't think it's to, how do you put it? He's not and I just heard laughing for some reason. This person is, you know, they work really hard, and they work hard on their end result, which is, you know, their coins. I mean, they're constantly working. They're working for a certain goal. But anyway, this entails just not love, wealth, but also the family. Because family is very, very important for this man. And I do feel that the King of Pentacles is a man. With the Death card, I don't feel death here. And I don't necessarily feel, I do feel an end, but I'm not sure what it's for yet. What I am feeling from this is I feel that this person, and some people are going to say, nope, that's not it. I feel that this person sometimes feels like they work themselves to death for their family, and they were looking for some kind of guidance through the Hierophant. That's what I'm hearing for this one. Excuse me. Because this person feels like they are continually juggling back and forth. And I keep hearing it right now, guys. I hear it right now. There is somebody who is also thinking about just majorly just love. We'll get there in just a minute, because I think yours is going to take just a squeak bit more time. And I'm not sure which direction to take that yet. So I'm going to finish this one up, and then we'll switch to that section in that group of Sagittarius. Anyway, this person, and this is directed, and this could be a woman too, but I feel for whatever reason, this is more on the male gender, or somebody who has male traits. And they are on the dark-haired spectrum. Now, granted, it could be somebody with light hair, but this is how you portray yourself. This is how you come off to people. This is how you show yourself to the world. This is a business person. This is a businessman. Yes, that's exactly what I'm getting. This is a businessman. Somebody, a businessman or a businesswoman. This is somebody who shows it as all together, even if they are not feeling like they have it all together. Okay? This person feels like they have been juggling, circling things back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with the Two of Pentacles, and it's not going much. It doesn't seem in their head, it's not where they want it. Now, I feel for whatever reason, this group of Sagittarius, and I know Sagittarius can be, what is the word? Impatient. But I have a feeling for this group of Sagittarius, this is an extreme impatience. Done with it. I want, this has got to develop into something. Enough of the same old, year after year. That's what I hear. Year after year. I am not satisfied. I am not satisfied. See the Three Cups right here, but the person needs to stop for a second. And how do I know this is probably somebody? This is probably directed towards just one major group. I know it is, because the the High Priestess card. This person was seeking some kind of spiritual guidance from somebody, and I know you can read this card many, many different ways, but this is how it feels to me. This person is actually going to be watching this video. This group of people, and it's not just going to be one. There are many Sagittarius that are going to be going through something very similar. And see on the High Priestess, she has the word tarot. She has the word tarot because I feel that this is somebody who is watching tarot, watching me do tarot. So this one right here, I don't feel like it has to go along with the rest of your life. I think this is just confirming to me this is definitely somebody that is watching this read, or some group. But I do feel it's a man. It feels masculine. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3 cups sitting here, but they're not satisfied. But you know what? This person here is not looking in front of them. It's not as doom and gloom as what they think. I mean, they've got trials and tribulations from the past, not just from wealth, but also from love. And love doesn't mean necessarily your partner. It could be your children. It could be your relatives. It could be close friends. It could really affect how you love. But you know what? What I see from this, no matter what has happened to this person or this group of Sagittarius, do you see all the hearts? And even though, and I'm looking at these pictures right here, do you see how the flowers are kind of half wilted? But you know what? They're not dead. They're not dead. This person still has love. It's just kind of laying on the ground right now. I think they're tired. I feel tired. But you know what? I feel that this is going to actually, I think, and I hear spring. Spring is, oh God, that's where everything comes back to life. You know what? Sometimes people come back to life around spring. And work. For a lot of people, work comes to life as soon as the weather's changing. For anyway, and I don't know where that came from, but I just got that. Okay, I do, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look at my screen. Well, I'll be damned. Well, hello. I know exactly who this is about. All right. And like I said, even though this is usually a general read, sometimes when I'm doing Facebook, it will pick up on one person. I'm not going to call that person out. But that doesn't mean that they're the only ones going through something similar. There are many, many Sagittarius that are going through something very similar to this. Very similar. Okay. So anyway, not very satisfied with what's going on. And the way I get this is, these are endeavors. This is, this is stuff that's projects. It could be even with love involved in here as well. This could also be, sitting here, you're not just looking at wealth, you're looking at love, because whatever happens with your wealth, it does affect your family. It does. But you're not seeing this cup that's being offered to you. You're ignoring it. You're not satisfied. Matter of fact, I think you've been kind of, and anybody who knows me, I will cuss. You've been kind of pissy about this lately. Something has really irritated you. And it's kind of made it to where you just don't feel quite yourself. And it's hard to focus in on your cups. You're sitting there staring at the cups in the past, but you're not seeing this one in front of you. I do believe, and that's not true, I just heard now. I do feel that you're going to be focusing in on this cup, and I think you're actually going to be making something of it. Let's find a little bit more. I got the Two of Swords. This person has felt very blinded. Where is this blinded? And I heard love. So this doesn't necessarily have to do with the partner. This could be with children. This could be with relatives. This could be with friends. I actually feel this person has some heartache, and they're feeling blinded, not knowing which direction to go, not just in business, but also in love. And like I said, this doesn't feel like a partner. It really, truly does not. This feels like somebody else who has actually deeply hurt this person. Let's move on here. So, and you know what? When I heard let's move on here, that really was not feeling like it was coming to me, because usually I would dig a little bit deeper. I feel this was actually coming off of the group of Sagittarius that this is hitting home with. Why? Because I got the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles, I'm sitting here looking at this Sagittarius. We got Two of Swords. I am just so tired. I don't know which direction to go with this. I don't know how to deal with this. I'm just not going. That's not knowing how to deal with it. I'm not going to deal with it right now. Ain't happening. I'm going to put myself into my work. So I do believe that this Sagittarius, and I know this has many different zodiac signs and everything, but this person, this is how they're portrayed. This group of Sagittarius, they're throwing themselves into a new project. And I hear new. This is newer to them. For some reason, that's what I heard. They're throwing themselves into work because, you know what? Feeling blinded and just, it's been going on for a long time. That's the reason I know this. Is it just, look how far those mountains out there are. See how far they are? But yet you've got just a little bit of rocks sitting up here. That tells me this has been not a new issue, but it's an old issue. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up for this Sagittarius. What do they need to know? But I do believe that you are, and I do feel that you are going on something new, or you're getting back to it, grabbing your cup, getting a whole, wrapping your head around whatever it is you need to wrap your head around. And I hear leaving the past, and you're wrapping yourself around your wealth and around your love. You're getting ready to pick up your heart and hearts. And see, to me, for whatever reason, when I see these hearts, this is family members. This is family. Definitely. And that could even include your spouse, but this is family. And with the flowers half wilted, you're getting ready to help pick them up. You've been trying. That's it. I don't know exactly what has happened with this group of Sagittarius, but I'm telling you right now, I feel like something has happened with somebody that has not satisfied. I mean, they have been showing not very good behavior, and it just kind of put Two of Swords. Just made you blinded. You kind of shut down from it for a little bit. Matter of fact, you kind of threw yourself into your work, or you were thinking about your work instead of dealing with that issue while the family was sitting here. They're just kind of, the hearts are laying on the ground. Whatever it was very painful. And with the flowers half wilted, it really affected not just you, but the whole makeup of the family. It really, truly did. And I also feel that even in these hearts, there was actually a friend or two. And yeah, no, there's no friend There's no words here, but that's what I feel. But with this right here, that means you have it in your hand to take and help build back up. These are family members that mean and I keep getting family. This is family members that mean very, very, you guys are tight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I think together, and sometimes I think Sagittarius forgets. It's not just Sagittarius. They forget. They're not on their own sometimes. All right, what else do I need to know? And this death card here could have been, you know, I do see as the Hierophant, and I do see the family here. And I don't know if you can see it. The family will sometimes, you know, they see how the other ones kind of look in the other direction, and it's just kind of like they're just miserable. They're not happy. But information's being offered, and that's one way to read it. Or there's actually been some kind of cutting out of something or someone. Because this Sagittarius got tired of juggling. They're moving on from something, and they're rebuilding in their head, in their heart. That's what I get. And whatever it was affected not just their head and their heart, and not just their family. I can see this by love, the wealth, and the Four of Wands. It also affected your pocketbook. But you're working hard at it. You're working hard for a new endeavor. I hear switch. Destiny cards. Sagittarius, could you please go ahead and explain to me for this group of Sagittarius watching? Give me a card. All right, thank you. Gave me a couple cards. All right, I'm going to have to definitely say, because before I even go any farther, the King of Diamonds, you see the King of Diamonds? You see the King of Pentacles? This is definitely geared for a group of Sagittarius that are a male on the dark-haired spectrum. No ifs, ands, or butterbuds about it. Your diamonds and your tarot is also your coins. This is confirming to me that this message is meant for this person or this group of Sagittarius. Okay? And before I get to the other card, it describes this person as complex man, subtle, attractive to women. He is born actor, and I just heard laughing. Actor given to quick temper and self-indulgence. A restless driving force with artistic ability and strong family loyalty. What did I just say? This person or this group of Sagittarius, and this is a male, or it's a dominant male trait, is family driven. There's no ifs, ands, or butterbuds about it. He can sometimes be cruel and needs to be confident to bolster his ego. Okay, well, I guess we all have our downfalls sometimes. I got, along with that, the Six of Clubs. Brings dancing, a broader social life, and prestige. It's a sign of good fortune. This may also indicate a journey or a change of dwelling. It brings a search for pleasure. So yeah, that confirms what I was saying. And I'm not going to, all this doesn't apply to you. What I hear is brings dancing, a broader social life, and prestige. So that is, you know, that's showing, that's the King of Pentacles. He's going to, you know, again, every sign is trying to get back a little bit of themselves how they used to be, because something or some things, multiple, has happened that kind of brought them down at least one or two notches in their self. They feel, ugh. This is coming back. This person's coming back. And just remember, and I keep hearing it, just remember, you're not alone. And you'll be like, I know I'm not alone. No, sometimes when we have this going on, and I'll find out exactly what it's about, but when we have this going on, sometimes it's depressive. It really is. It kind of gets you down, and you just kind of lose a little piece of yourself here and there, and it's hard to recollect it. This person's going to recollect themselves. They're going to recollect, not just for themselves, but for their family. And I also get that this person does, it's a sign of good fortune. And see, normally I'd be like, it's good fortune. It's not just good fortune and wealth. It's good fortune and love. It's just, and in health. There's something about health. I just heard something about health. I think the stress has been affecting this person, this group of Sagittarius, that is like the King of Pentacles. This is all going to improve. Big time. And I do believe, if you haven't done this, there is another sign got this too. Cutting the cord. Cutting. There's going to be an end to something. There's going to be an end, whether it's literal or it's just cutting the cord. this King of Pentacles is going to get back to themselves. One way or the other is going to happen. Yep. That feels correct. I'm going to put that right there. All right. What else do I want to pull for the King of Pentacles? I'm going to pull the side cards. And I always say, look at the bottom of the deck. I felt drawn to look. There's a message that the King of Pentacles needs to hear. And again, people who are watching this, King of Pentacles, this is for Sagittarius. Yes, I'm well aware that Sagittarius is, you know, each card has different tarot cards that are associated with them, zodiac signs. But you know what? For this group of Sagittarius, this is how they present themselves. This is how others see them. Okay? So I don't go by the necessarily the traditional way of doing it. I go by what I feel to draw. Okay? Oh, there we go. All right. So the message that's being given to you, and I do feel like drawing another one, but I'm going to get this one here. This is the message for this group of Sagittarius that are going through something about love, wealth, and it has affected their family in one way or the other. There also shows that there's some kind of end, or and I keep hearing cutting the cord, some kind of cord being cut, or an end, or a complete end. I mean, that's what I get. And somebody's tired of being juggling stuff. That's what I get, and they're not satisfied. So they sought guidance. They're tired of feeling blinded, but you know what? They're focusing on their work. All right, so this message is your new beginning is coming. I just talked about how this person is wanting to get back to themselves. And you can't ever, everybody knows me, I always tell you, you can never be the person you were before. You can actually build a better person if you want. I mean, I think this person's well on their way. I think there has been a lot of lost feelings, and I feel like there has been a lot of tears with this reading. I do. With this person in the past. You're coming out of it. 2020 is going to be a different story. There's a few more hiccups coming, but I do believe, I think you're recouping from business. That's what I heard. Recouping. Recouping your money because of whatever happened. All right. Okay, yeah, that feels right. Yes, and what caused, okay, I was just talking about recouping your money, and I was thinking this was actually caused not just by a situation. It was actually, I feel, caused by a person. I bet I could pull a card. Person or persons. Whatever it was, made you feel. And even though this is a love card, this kind of feels sad to me. It really, truly does. Because everybody's having to pick themselves back up. Dust themselves off. And you as, and I do feel this is a man. A man figure or, yeah, that feels right. Group of Sagittarius that are man. I pulled the beast. And what's the beast for? When I said instantly that you're trying to recoup, and I heard recoup your finances and going out into another business endeavor, I got the beast. The beast is in other decks are about the same equivalent as the devil. So somewhere along here, and this does not mean it's you, but there was some kind, with the devil, it's addictions. There's some kind of addiction that was involved. And it can be drugs, alcohol, sex, food. It doesn't matter what it is. But for whatever reason, one of the reasons that this has caused this much pain to this group of Sagittarius is because the devil stepped in, and I hear addiction. Okay? So let's get another card for you. Let's put this on a more positive note. I want to, you know what, normally I don't do this, and I do know that I have one more Sagittarius. I was feeling it had to do with love as well. I will still do that no matter how long it goes, but I am going to finish this up for this one person. All right, I pulled a card. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. And another. Oh my. And I see 4 cards total. Let's see if that's what I'm getting. Yep, the wheel. And friendship. Okay, so again, people are going to say that is not how you read those. This is how I feel. This is how it feels to me that these are to be read. I've got the Voyage card, I've got the Prison, I've got the Wheel, and I've got the Friendship. Now instantly, when I saw Prison, it fell on top of the Beast. So I feel like, and if the law hasn't been involved in this yet, and you know what? This is kind of like you sitting on the outside watching this and not being able to do anything about it. You're just tired. But it is affecting your family massively. With the prison card and the beast, this person's addiction to whatever it is that they've got going on, and this may be stuff that you, I mean, you're probably well, in this group of Sagittarius are probably well aware of. My cards are just confirming here. Whatever addiction this person has may actually end them up in prison of some sort, or jail. Run-ins with the law. Okay, so that felt right there. I got the Voyage card, but I feel you're moving on from this, and because yeah, that's what I feel. I mean, sometimes unfortunately you can't hold everybody. You can't do it, and I feel that for this group of Sagittarius, that's the type of Sagittarius you are. You need to stop depleting yourself, and I think you're actually getting there where you're focusing not just on all this junk right here, and I want to say junk because that's junk. You are actually looking for a new voyage, and maybe perhaps you actually like to travel, but this feels to me like, for this reading right here, for love and wealth and stuff, you're moving on. You're moving on from this past issue that has or issues that have been weighing on you. You're moving on. You're moving on. You've turned your wheel upright again. We're not even into spring, and you're working your butt off in your head mentally. This is mostly mental work, and then it's going to be showing itself on the wealth side. And you are rebuilding. You are rebuilding yourself, your family, and your wealth. And you are help healing love. That's what I'm hearing. The wheel has turned upright here, which is excellent. You have a very broad spectrum of friends, or people who you would consider friends. And sometimes you can even have friendship within the family. But you have a very large support group that are right there for you. And a lot of times you've always felt like it was just you that was there for other people. But that's not the case. Through all those years and for all those times that you have been there for other people, those people are actually going to show themselves as being there for you. All right. Let's see. I want to pull some more for this Sag. Yes, John, I have a feeling this is directed that way. I wasn't even trying. Okay, let's go ahead and, I want to pull a couple more tea leaves for this person. And like I said, I haven't forgot about the other Sagittarius group. And like I said, if you're watching this, you're like, hey, this is not me. It has nothing to do with me. Sometimes it will resonate with you. Sometimes it will not. I will always be doing more readings, and if you want your own entailed reading, then contact me. I can do just one just for you, because this reading is going out to thousands and thousands of people. And I will honestly say for Sagittarius this time, this is for one small group. And I think this was actually honed in on one specific group. And it's definitely a man. Definitely a man. Okay. I'm going to wrap this one up for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what did I just hear? What did I hear? What was that? Can you show me through cards? Okay. Yes. Boot. You got the boot. Okay. And it's not you getting the boot, but I got the word boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. For some reason, I want to go like this. I don't even want to look at those words. These words do not apply here. The boot. You are giving the boot to this large amount of crap. The beast. And we're going to take the friendship and the voyage out there because that's not appropriate. And I do believe this is somebody who's related to you by the birth card. Birth, the beast or the devil, and prison. You're giving this the boot. You're done with this crap. Done. You're back to being focusing on you and the ones that are there for you, and you're there for them. Those who appreciate you. That's what I'm getting. And I think you're finally getting yourself back, because I think, and it's not just you with this love card. This is not just you. This is, and I bet if you count the hearts on there, that's how many people have fallen from whatever situation this is. In their heart. That's how many people were affected. Deeply. One more. The egg. What did I just say? You're working on your nest egg. So you have totally regeared your head. Even before spring. You're regearing your head. You are getting not just your wealth back. You are getting your family pulled back up. You're not just pulling yourself up. You're helping pull others up as well. The egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. You're already working on this. You're starting something new. And I do believe you have a new project. I do. There's one in the back of your head. Either you know, and sometimes this happens too, and this could be the case. There's several cases I can feel here. Is either you already have something that you've got, but unfortunately the situation has taken such a toll on it that it's not sustaining this family. It's not taking care of it. And it's probably drained you completely. I mean, that's what I get, a lot of draining. With the death card, you're just done with stuff. So you're rebuilding. You may be rebuilding what you already had. Or you may actually, the nest egg, because no matter what, ain't nothing going to stop you from your nest egg. Nothing. Sagittarius is very goal-oriented, family-oriented. They're going to get what they're after. And you've got your eye on the prize, and you're working real hard on it. And what I noticed right here with the Seven of Pentacles, do you see the pentacle that's on the ground? And this is normally how I wouldn't read this card, but this is what it feels like. This is all the opportunities. This is all the new things that you're looking at here. The bright hopes and prospects of the future. This is what you're looking at. This one right here is the one you just lost. And I don't feel, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a person. This is the money that has been lost because of this situation you gave a boot to. It looks good. I mean, it really does. I think with everybody, and for this one certain group of Sagittarius, with everybody pulling together in that unit, and I do feel it's a very strong unit. Everything's going to go on the up and up. I mean, it's. I don't even know the words for some of this. It's going much better, and I'm gonna go. Let's go ahead and go to closing thought because, yeah, I have a, yeah, okay. Where do I, you know what, usually for closing thoughts, it's more of like a positive message, but I'm getting pulled the month cards for some reason. Okay. These are month cards that give me different months. I think you're thinking about an end date, or you've got something in your head. It's a month. I don't know what it's about. Maybe it's multiple months. Excuse me. Sagittarius. What month do they, there we go, July. Your month is July. And as soon as I saw July, I hear golden. I think you'll be in a totally different frame of thinking by July. And I think your finances will be quite better in July. I think you'll be more like yourself in July. You're already working to it right now. And I do believe that this family, not just working on the family, I think how you guys used to be is going to be starting to spark again in July. I mean, it's July's your month. Like I said, usually I want to do a closing thought, but I just didn't feel that. I didn't feel like doing that. I felt like pulling a month. Your month is July. So this message is for the group of Sagittarius that have been going through quite a bit. Apparently from the cards, it's a birth. It has to do with somebody who is related to you. I thought at first maybe it was a friend. It's not. They have brought the beast into your home and into your life. Matter of fact, this person has maybe even had to deal with prison or had the law involved. The message that was given to you is the death card. The death card is an end. But they also want you to know, and maybe this stuff's wrapped up by July. That didn't even feel right. I just see, I hear vacation. I feel like your brain's on a vacation, or you're literally on a vacation in July. I feel this is actually some kind of peace. I mean, if you look at July, you see the sun and you see the waves. It's very, very peaceful. I think you're going to get that inner peace, and just keep up the good work on how you're going about it. And I hear the month May too. So I think there's an actual something coming down beforehand that is weighing on your happiness that's coming in July. I think something's happened. And if it hasn't happened, it's happening very soon. But I've got the month of May is sticking out. I don't feel like drawing it from here. Whatever it is, you need to keep July as your end month. Keep that focused. All right. Anything else? No, I think that pretty much wraps it up for that group of Sagittarius. Okay. Yeah, it feels right. I don't feel like drawing anymore. All right, so how I'm going to do this is I'm going to switch over to the next set of Sagittarius, because when I started reading, I started feeling that, again, another tug of the heartstrings. This one here, this is a tug of the heartstrings too. But it actually had to do with a man and a woman in a relationship of some kind, and the possibility of this person has either passed on, or this Sagittarius or the other person has ended the relationship, or it's coming to that, and they're really tired. And this is for the second set and group of Sagittarius. I'm going to take some of this out that I pulled for the first group. Okay. What else should I pull? Leave. Okay. So this definitely confirms to me on the second set too. This definitely involves somebody who is like the King of Pentacles. This has to do with some kind of relationship. That's what I'm feeling. Some kind of relationship. You have to pardon the dog outside barking. This may end in with the dog barking. This could even have to do with infidelity. And you're like, where'd you get that from? Dogs are fidelity. And for some reason, this is not looking so hot. I'm going to take this one down here. Oops. Whatever happened with this situation has been pulling on the heartstrings of one specific person. Okay, I'm just going to pull some cards. Whatever it is you're tired of juggling, I'm going to look here real quick. Yeah, we'll pull those there. Don't need that. We're going to get rid of that one. That doesn't even belong right now in this reading. Okay, so you know what? The whole time for the first set of Sagittarius, I did not pick these up other than just reading it. Other than this one. This one feels right. That was for the first set. That was somebody looking for guidance on something. For the second set, spiritual development, enlightenment. That dog is barking. I think he's got somebody treed. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So I think somebody's just looking for a little bit of just what it says, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness. They've got a situation where I'm kind of half lost on this, because I'm afraid of how to say this, but this is an end. Okay, I'm going to read this two different ways. This is actually going to be branched off into 3 groups of Sagittarius, okay? You've got your first ones that had some issues that had to do with family. You've got your second one that actually, a lot of people have lost people, physically lost people this year. Okay, this is what I'm feeling. And then the third group right here, what I'm feeling to give the message for is an actual kind of separation or an end to a relationship. And it could even be that this person, actually the relationship ended because they have passed away. Pardon the animals. Okay, it's hard to concentrate with the dogs barking. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that feels right. To me, it feels like this person, let's just say this is from, and it feels like a man. This is a man that's passed, and it doesn't matter. I'm looking at this again. It does not matter. Oh, excuse me. It's definitely a man, and they have fallen. So this is how I'm going to read it. This person's no longer around. This person's gone. This year, a lot of people have lost loved ones. This person's no longer, I don't feel they're even on this plane anymore. I mean, it's, you know what I mean? They're not physically here. It doesn't mean they're not spiritually here. This one's kind of making me sad. So this is very fresh, whatever it is. And just because it showed the King of Pentacles, it does not mean that that's what that person, that zodiac sign, it does not mean that. It doesn't even mean that that's how that person looks in this situation. That's how people viewed this person. Somebody who kind of had it all together. Had their hands on their coins, you know, kept their homes together. I mean, they had it seemed pretty much all together. And they weren't just keeping themselves together. They were really a rock in the family. I'm not sure this is going. Is this a literal passing? Unfortunately, yes. This message, and it's not going to branch off to 3 different readings. It's only 2. For the first one, who I was dealing with a family member of some kind, because it said the birth card. And this one here, this one, the reason it's making me feel sad is because this is actually somebody who has passed away and they are in the spirit world. I know this by the body. They are no longer with their body. How do I know this? Because of the death card. It was an actual passing, and it made the, I mean, it crumbled the family. That's what I'm getting. This person was actually whoever it was, and I'm not getting a sign pulled out of this yet. I mean, I may not. I do feel that there's like gut wrenching. I feel a lot of heaviness in my stomach. This is fresh. This is very new. At least in the Sagittarius's head. It's got them torn up. I'm going to take this one away because that was for the first reading. So this person passing, literally, and I feel that the person that passed was quite the juggler. I don't feel this is Sagittarius. I don't feel this is Sagittarius, the Two of Pentacles. This is all talking. The ones up here at the top are just talking and telling you, explaining to you what type of person this person was. And that they seem to be the balance in the family. That's what I'm getting. And what was important for this person is not just the wealth, it was also the love. Matter of fact, the love came before the wealth. Whoever this was a well-known person. It doesn't mean that they're up at the highest, but a lot of people knew this person. And it does tell me that this person has passed on. I'm reading this one too. This feels right. This may also indicate a journey. That tells me this person has gone on. Again, here's the message I've been throughout the readings. I've been getting a lot of this, and maybe in some of this with the passing on hits close to home here too. For the Sagittarius that has lost this person, and it does feel like a man. I don't see what kind of hair spectrum they are because it's just telling me more about their personality, and it backs it up with the King of Diamonds. So this person was pretty well respected. I mean, not everybody's all the way around respected, but this person was pretty respected. This Sagittarius is not feeling very satisfied with what happened, or this person being gone, or how it happened. What feels right actually out of this one right here is this person is so focused on these 3 cups of the past, but they're not seeing the future right now. I feel there's depression involved in this one. Yes, I do. I feel depression. With this card right here is the High Priestess. The High Priestess, I look at her, she could be somebody who has knowledge that you might be seeking, or it's somebody who can help guide you. This doesn't necessarily mean it's a person. I mean, you could be actually looking at a person. I see the tarot cards. You could be watching this and looking for some kind of guidance, or it could be that you've been doing a lot of looking up towards the heaven and just praying. But there's so much pain while you're doing it. It's just you're not seeing the whole picture here. That's what I get. You can only focus on the pain. So for this Sagittarius, and how do I know this as well? Do you see the 2 of Swords? This person's blinded. This actual leaving. This is an actual gone from this earth. This is not the first time I've got that throughout the readings. A lot of pain in the Sagittarius. So you know what? For that group of Sagittarius, there is nothing that I can tell you to make it better. Nothing. Because when somebody passes, again, it's not something anybody can just tell you. It's not, they can't make you feel any different. But what I think I'm going to do for this one before I wrap it up, is I'm going to, let's pull a couple positive messages. And I felt like bringing this deck for you guys. So let's see. And then I also added this deck here. What is going on with the Sagittarius? I know this person has passed away. This person had the King of Pentacles personality. It does not feel like this is what that person looked like. This is definitely a male that has passed. That's what I'm feeling. This is for Sagittarius. The group of Sagittarius who have had a recent loss. And I do feel recent. I keep saying that. If, you know, when people pass and I pick up on stuff like this, it's sometimes 2 years, 10 years, 15. No, this is recent. This is very recent. And this is how the Sagittarius, or this group of Sagittariuses, view this person. Okay. Show Sagittarius. Give them a message. Oh, too many. No, no. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what message does Sagittarius? Come on now. Come on. I'm right there. Give them a positive message. Okay, fine. I'll do it that way. Sagittarius. Show me what they need to know. And I'm not supposed to just pull just from this deck. Oh my. Okay, we're going to put that one there. I understand why they wouldn't just fly out. I'll explain here in just a second. Because I feel, also with this Sagittarius, this is just somebody who is not just, unfortunately, they're kind of having on the negative spectrum. This person passing here, and I'll explain a little bit here in a minute, but they're not making this easy, I don't think. They're not making it, and there's nothing easy about the passing. I mean, they're being kind of difficult for some reason. So let's get a positive message, or at least show me something more positive, please. Okay. No, I'm sorry. This is not showing me much more. Okay. Hold on. I will explain those. I want... Which cards? Come on, help me. Show me. Which cards? Yes. Okay. I'll explain those cards in just a second. Because whoever this is... Okay. Whoever this group of Sagittarius that has had a recent loss, you are not focusing in on this. I don't even know the words, because it's just kind of like they're being kind of negative. This has thrown them into a tizzy to where they're kind of showing not their so hot side. That's what I'm getting. They're being more on the negative downside than they are, not just sad. I think they're kind of acting out. And if they're not acting out, and how do I know this? You guys are like, what are you talking about? I pulled the platypus. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. This person is just so down. And I don't want to say that they want to be unhappy, but they are definitely showing it. And they are just what it says. Stop complaining. I'm not sure. I'm sorry to bring that message, because that's hard when somebody passes on. I got the word, and see, a lot of people say, you can't read those upside down. Yes, I can. I'm reading these upside down because that's what it feels right to me. I got indecision and the sun. When I see, oh, okay. I'm not going by the book on this one. I'm going how I feel. You see indecision? It's turned upside down. When I see these cards that are upside down, it's usually the opposite of what you're reading, which indecision. They have decided, so this person's being kind of pessimist. You see the sun? You know, the sun's all bright and happy. It's upside down. They have decided to be kind of pessimistic, and that's what I'm hearing. Why? I'm not sure. I don't think they're dealing with what's happened. And then I initially pulled the medicine woman. You are a channel for the divine healing power. I'm not sure why that flew out. I'm going to pull another one. Because you know what? As soon as I see this card right here, it's what you give out, the energy, you know, just like plants, trees, whatever it is. Whatever you give out, you get back. So this person, and I wanted to, you know, I stuck them upright. I've got to keep them the way I read them, because that's how I want that person to be, is upright, and stop being so pessimistic and complaining. This is the Sagittarius who has lost somebody. They're not handling this death very well. They're not satisfied. Nothing satisfies them. But when I see this medicine woman, I'm not seeing this person as the medicine woman. What I'm seeing is I'm looking in the picture. You see the lightning? We are what we create. Just like the trees, the plants, everything like that. Whatever we put out, that's what comes back to us. And this person is putting out a lot of negative stuff. I just don't think they know how to deal with it. I don't think they want to deal with it. I know that sounds negative. I can't help that. Sure, I will do that. Okay. Yep. I felt like I should pull, and that's how I pull sometimes. I got the mountain card. This is for the closing thought. We've got a lot of closing thoughts for this one, because Sagittarius, really for this one, for the second set of Sagittarius, you really need to get a handle on yourself. I don't think you really realize how you're coming off or how you're behaving because of this passing of this man. I don't think you realize it. I think you're kind of acting out and you don't know even if you do know, stop. I just don't really, I really think you're just over consumed with pain with it, that you took and you switched. The behavior is switching. It's switched to more of a pessimistic, complaining side. See the mountain here? Major challenge to overcome. So you need to work on that, and you need to do it soon. And there is nothing easy when somebody passes away. And I do not feel like this is a passing that has happened way out in the future. Or excuse me, way like years. I feel like this is something very, very recent. That's what it feels like. All right. Okay. I hate to say this, Sagittarius. You will probably get mad at me. And, well, go ahead. This is for the ones who have lost a male figure. And it has affected not just them, but their love and their wealth and how they live on a day-to-day balance. Just balance. I heard balance. I think I have a clue. And this is not all you Sagittariuses whenever, you know, well, I just recently lost somebody, and that is not how I'm behaving. No, this is going out to the specific group that needs to hear this. I got the card Purification. This is a time for cleansing and detoxification of your body and mind. So my thought on this one is, and I know I'm teetering on a very fine tightrope here, but that's okay. Whatever you're putting into your body, you need to stop, because it is affecting how you're dealing with this. I feel this person is actually putting something like drink or something into their body that is affecting them and how they're dealing with this passing of this man who was like the King of Pentacles. I'm not getting a color hair spectrum. It's really messed the Sagittarius group up. So anyway, I think it'll turn around quite a bit, but you need to get a hold of yourself, shake yourself. You don't, and deal with the pain. I hear not dealing. This person's not dealing with it. They don't want to deal with it. So they're covering it up by putting other stuff into their body. That's what I'm getting just by the purification. You need to clean this up. You need to go ahead and you're not dealing with the mountain. So you're going to have to turn around and face it. But once you go ahead and stop this, I think it's going to be perfect. You know, it's not going to be perfectly fine. It's not when somebody passes. But you'll be able to get on the right road where you're at. And you'll stop putting out, you know how she's got lightning all around her? That's how you're treating people. That's how I feel. All right, Sagittarius, I will be doing the monthly readings for March. Within the next week and a half or so, I'll start uploading. I have decided, because a lot of people have taken and asked me, hey, can you do my sign? Can you do this and that? On my Facebook site, because this is also going to be posted up to YouTube afterwards. On my Facebook site, Intuitive Tarot Readings by Barda. If you go to the post, go down to the post, you'll see that it'll say March 2020 readings. And if you open up the comments, it'll say every sign, like it'll say Aries, Pisces. You go down there, open it up, and find your sign and click it. Click like. And the more likes I have on one specific sign, that's the one I'm going to start with. We'll just go ahead and that'll make it so much easier, I think. All right, guys, I will catch you here pretty soon. I have, let's see, I've got Capricorn to do, and I'm going to redo Libras if I have time, because I got cut off with that. If you need to get a hold of me for a reading, best place to get me is Lolita's Lovely Ladies on Facebook. I see those messages quite faster than I do anywhere else. And then also, it does help, because eventually what I forgot to tell everybody is I am going to, even though I'm doing these live on Facebook, I will be switching completely over to YouTube. But in order to do that, I have to have so many likes. So if you have not gone over there and found my Intuitive Tarot Readings by Barda and liked it, if you like it, go ahead and like it. And then the more I get, then we'll just switch it over there, and it's not blowing everybody's feed up here on Facebook. All right, it's been a pleasure, Sagittarius. Hang in there. It's 2020 is going to be a rough road for one group of Sagittarius, and the other ones they're shaking. The first group, it's not going to be as rough as what it was. You're going to be shaking yourself and getting yourself going. You're already on the right path, and you're going to be helping pick up other people, which I assume it looks like family members and possibly a couple friends, and getting your mind back on your wealth and rebuilding yourself. The second set, unfortunately, with the passing of somebody. And you can get mad at me. I don't feel that this group, this This is not going to pertain to every Sagittarius. It does not look like they are dealing with it as well as what they should, and they are instead, it's showing basically putting stuff into your body so you don't have to get over this mountain. And it is causing a lot of problems. A lot of problems. It's making you behave like you would not normally behave. So, second set, you need to shake yourself. You need to wake up. I feel that this passing has been quite recent, but I do think you need to get a handle on yourself. If not, it's just going to be a downward spiral. That's what I feel. And again, it's just a general reading, so take what you will and leave the rest, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you.